Hello there. Nice to see you again this week. I'm going to start out with an inspired poem that has meant something to my life. It's by Khalil Gibran, and I may have said his name incorrectly, but he is known pretty much from the works of the prophet. So it goes like this. I slept and I dreamed that life is all joy. I woke and I saw that life is all service. I served and I saw that service is joy. This is what I feel is so invaluable and important in our lives today. And thank you, Galen. I see that you tuned in. I really appreciate that. But what's important in our life today is what is the motive behind what we do? And I will, kind of get into an example, which is the best way I know how to explain it. I'm pulling from my own experience. For many years, I've wanted to be an inspirational speaker. And it just wasn't coming together for me. So, this has been many years. And we know that, I'm way older at this point. So anyway, that's what I wanted to do. And you have to know what you want to even begin to start. But then you have to know why. And why do you want to do it? And I've been taught, and I'm still learning what that means. Your why has to be in place. And this poem reflects what the why is. I really want to do it because I want to serve. I want to serve mankind in helping to bring about positive results in each person's life. I've stepped out to do this online here to serve and to help, and I hope that it is helping, and I will continue to do this. So I'm going to ask you to really consider for your own selves, your own life, what do you want? And when you figure that out, figure out why do you want it. And then when you figure out the why, you will know more about taking the footsteps to get to where you want to be. One of the lessons on this is a very simple lesson, but it was complicated to me at the time that it happened. I had been to the doctor's office just, for a checkup. And anyway, after I left there, and this was years ago, I wanted to go to a nearby place to get some delicious tea sandwiches, little tuna fish sandwiches and egg salad sandwiches. And then they always served, you could get a chocolate soda there, which I thought was super because that reminded me of my childhood and used to drink that. And I also knew that it was around lunchtime, so if I went home, I could fix my husband lunch. And I had a strong pull that I should go home to do that, although he would have been just fine if I, didn't. So, but for me at that time, it challenged me. It challenged me to get in touch with me. And really, that's what our life is about. It's about giving too, but first of all, how can you give much to another if you really leave yourself out of that giving? And that giving is getting in tune with you. Who are you? What do you feel? How do you think? What are you needing to do for yourself in your own life? And that's very, very important. So I sat there, and honestly, I had like this rumbly feelings and concern. Oh, should I go, not go? Well, I went, and I enjoyed those tea sandwiches. But you know what? That was a breakthrough for me. And breakthroughs come in very easy, simple ways. So if there's something you've been wanting to do and haven't taken the time, do you want to paint? Do you want to draw? Do you want to write poetry? What do you want to do? Or is it serving another person in ways that you see that they have needs? I'm going to encourage everybody, don't leave yourselves out of meeting needs. Now, that may sound selfish. It isn't. I grew up as a child knowing that I was supposed to be sure that I took care of others. And I carried that, of course, into my young life and many years. Finally, one day I saw I was leaving myself out. I had to take care of me too. So I had, at one time in my life, there's like people were just coming to visit all the time, which I loved visitors, I loved friends. And I knocked myself out to make sure, that they had a good time. So I called this really good friend of mine who had a lot of wisdom. And I was saying, I'm just really worn out with this. There's just so many people coming here. And I lived in Florida at the time, so definitely, I think Florida was the draw more than me. So she said, you can say no. Woo, really? So I learned that then. And I know that every person has learned many lessons through their time, through their years. And we want to keep learning. I talked about that just recently, too. I do want to keep learning. I mean, it's the greatest thing in the world. So anyway, we're on this, and I had tossed several ideas in the air, what to talk about. This became the main subject of what to talk about. And I'm going to see, we have some people watching. Katie Beth. Hey, Katie Beth. Now, that is my granddaughter. Katie Beth's my first grandchild. And she has 4 boys of her own. So that's wonderful to see you, Katie Beth. Jeff Vernon, love you. One of my acting buddies. Thank you so much. And Nancy Joe, girl, I love your sense of humor. Thank you guys for jumping on here. That means a lot to me. Well, we're going through difficult, challenging times right now. And one of the things I would really like to see us have more respect for each other. Everybody does have a different idea, and we are told, to take the precautions, and we need to do that. But I can't speak for other people. And there's no reason to look down, I don't think, on anybody, but I know that these are fearful times. So I'm not going to even really go into that far. I just, again, I love you. I support you. You are working through all of these difficult times just as I am. And anybody have any questions? Because I kind of covered the topic that I was in. And trying to think of what else was there on my mind that I had concerns about. I do these impromptu. I also was actually, I started out jumping on when I had an idea and I felt really inspired. Then I thought, well, maybe I should just plan them. So I started planning them for noon on Wednesdays. And then I was like, well, you got to figure out what you're going to say. And, hurry up, get some inspiration and say it. So I'm learning. And I may just jump back to jumping on as the inspiration comes. I recently tuned into a Tony Robbins talk, which actually is going on for 7 days. And the first one was yesterday. And he was saying that, he had met Norman Vincent Peale, who I read his book. I'm sure a lot of you have. But Norman said that, problems in life, which we all have, problems are there to learn the next lesson. So what's the next lesson in your life that you're learning? Definitely I am learning some. And so problems, sometimes, oh gosh, I got a problem. Eckhart Tolle says that's what life is. Life is problems. And problems are there to actually help you free up, help you be unlimited, help you get out of a mindset that maybe you're stuck in. So learning to be from an unlimited standpoint in your thinking. We are the ones that tell ourselves no. We are the ones that say, oh, that's not possible, that couldn't be done. And we are the ones who can challenge ourselves past that. So if it's a right idea, if it's a good idea, if it's going to bring blessings to you, blessings to others, harmony in life, go for it, because I am. And I've made a commitment to this. And this COVID-19, people say, what have you learned during this time frame? And I've learned to get more in tune with me, because you know, when your life comes to a halt, and I was super busy in my job, and then woo, put the brakes on, and I'm with me. So the other times I was not just with me, I was with so many other people. And this time frame is what has challenged me to, well, what am I going to do next? I'm going to be an inspirational speaker. And thank you for supporting me on that. And where it leads me, I don't know yet, but it's going to keep taking off. And again, I appreciate you guys coming on. I see Thea, you're there. Bless you. I love you. I cry when I see your name. This is a person who, see, I'm crying, who hired me for my job at the Window Fashions. She is such a beautiful soul. We have never met face to face, but we have that soul connection, just as I do with you folks who have, tuned in. I bless all of you, and I thank you for blessing me. We need each other, and we are all in this together. I'm just going to check and see if I've missed anybody. I don't believe I have. Nope, all is well, all is good. And thank you again. I will come back at some point. I definitely, it's either going to be by Inspired and just jump on, or I'll stick with the Wednesdays, because actually making that decision to be here at a certain time is pushing me. It's pushing me. So that's what I need. And let's all just do what we need to do, and you go where you need to go. And by the way, my friend Thea, she had a great achievement yesterday, and she was on her bike, and she went quite a few miles, and she was very successful at it. She's always, she said she rides in a group, but yesterday she achieved something that meant the world to her. Congratulations on that, by the way. All right. Love you guys. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. I will review this. I'll see where I could have improved. And you guys have a great day. Bye-bye, and thank you.